Today is a good day. Today is a good day for the northeastern peninsula of Trinidad and the connector to Tobago. As we sit here today, anxiously awaiting our opportunity to traverse and to drive a brand new and the newest highway in Trinidad and Tobago, the Elmina Clark Allen Highway. I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. As you've heard the previous speakers say, and in particular the Minister of Works, there were a lot of people who opposed this. There were a lot of people who tried to stand in the way of progress by this government, as we wanted to ensure that this northeastern peninsula, this northeastern part of Trinidad, got its fair share. I am happy that today we can stand here based on the vision of the previous Prime Minister, Dr. Rowley, and the Cabinet, with me delivering it to you, Toko Sandy Grandi. You deserve this. And I stand here today to let everyone in Trinidad and Tobago know that the government I lead and that I will continue to lead come the 29th of April will ensure that everyone gets their fair share, and that is one of the promises of the next government. But today there are a couple lessons we have to take note of, because in a few days we make an important decision for Trinidad and Tobago. I am pleased to be part of a cabinet that for the last 10 years has had the responsibility of managing the treasury of Trinidad and Tobago, managing Trinidad and Tobago through very difficult times, including a global pandemic, including some of the lowest oil and gas prices we've seen in decades. And importantly, to stand here, one working day left before the general election, and to say that this, unlike what we saw between 2010 and 2015, there are no serious allegations of corruption plaguing this government of the last 10 years. And I have a great sense of pride. As I say, there's only one working day left before the election, to stand here and say that unlike a UNC government on the last working day before a general election in 2015 that decided to remove a clause from the OAS contract, which was the single largest infrastructure project in Trinidad and Tobago, that allowed a contractor that was declared bankrupt and in judicial management in Brazil since March of that year. They waited until the last day before an election to remove a clause that almost allowed that contractor to abscond with over $900 million due to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And that is the difference in delivery. That today we stand there with one working day left and we deliver to you a state-of-the-art highway that is immediately going to uplift this part of Trinidad without any allegations of corruption, and also through what we call a virgin territory, and that deserves a round of applause. You compare their period of infrastructure where the QREP interchange, there was a fight and a dismissal of one member of the government over a fight to build an interchange for over $500 million. And when we came into government, we delivered it efficiently and for less, almost half of that, saving Trinidad and Tobago over $200 million. I take this opportunity here this afternoon as we deliver this most important and critical piece of infrastructure to remind the people of Trinidad and Tobago that our choices have consequences. Those consequences affect our children and our grandchildren. Those choices are choices we must always take very, very seriously. It is only the People's National Movement as a government has built and delivered all major road networks and infrastructure in Trinidad and Tobago from independence to date. So these are the things that we must take on board as we think about what we're going to do over the next few days. And I am pleased to be part of a government and to be here today to deliver this as just one part of the plans that we have for Komuto, Manzanilla, Toko, Sangre Grande, the whole Manzanilla stretch go down to Mayaro, and this whole area that in the past has not received as much attention as they would like. We are pursuing, and you will see it in our policy for the next 5 years, we are pursuing that port in Toko for the people of Toko, Sangre Grande, and Komuto, Manzanilla, because it will raise your economic circumstances. So people, choose wisely, think carefully, understand who delivers and who ensures that projects are delivered, looking after the taxpayers' money in a responsible manner and at a price and at a cost much less than those who are now asking for another opportunity to go and be in charge of the treasury. Well, you better do that. So, Toko, Sangre Grande, you will continue to get your fair and equitable share. And today, as we traverse this most important piece of infrastructure, understand that it is just another part of our developmental plans for the northeastern peninsula of Trinidad and that connection between Trinidad and Tobago. You would have also seen this government go out and purchase 3 fast ferries. The first, in very difficult circumstances, the Galleon's Passage, and then 2 state-of-the-art fast ferries, the APT James and the Boko Reef, to ensure that connectivity between Trinidad and Tobago. And I look forward in the next 5 years, towards the end of it, to coming up to Toko and to being able to board those ferries for a much shorter ride to Tobago from here in Toko, Sangre Grande, with your help. I want to thank the Ministry of Works under the leadership of Minister Sinanan and the Permanent Secretary, Ms. Sonia Yearwood Francis, and one of the most important state enterprises that have brought back pride to delivery for Trinidad and Tobago, that is NIDCO. You all have done a tremendous job in the last 10 years. When we came in, NIDCO was unfortunately riddled with allegations of corruption. A proper purge of NIDCO, to use that phrase, has ensured that for the last 10 years, under proper stewardship, they have delivered project after project with no allegations of corruption and on value for money for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and for that, I thank you. To all of the young staff at NIDCO that Esther continues to boast about, Trinidad and Tobago has invested in you and your education to continue to deliver for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. To all of you who have come here this evening, thank you. Thank you for your time and your presence, and stand by as we write the next chapter and a new chapter for Trinidad and Tobago, building it from strength to strength and focusing in particular on this part of our small island of Trinidad. I look forward to continue to work with you and to continue on your behalf to deliver value for money for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go drive the new highway. Thank you very much.